Welcome to virtual learning for 8th grade German. I just wanted to touch base with you all and let you know a couple of things about how class will work. First of all, it will be on Google Classroom, so look for that. You should be getting your first assignment tomorrow about 9 a.m. or who knows, maybe I'll even send it out tonight. Anyway, so look for all of your Google assignments there. As this first week goes, I will send you two or three specific lessons to do on each day, but the next week I will probably have them lined up so that you can work through them at your own pace. I'll probably pop up on Monday and I'll have them clearly labeled lesson 1, lesson 2, or like Monday's lesson and so on. But if you need to work through them at a slightly different pace, that really is not a problem for me. Okay, so these first 2 weeks, you're going to be doing these lessons. You're going to finish up chapter 6 with the writing and a couple of things like that. And then we're going to go on to review some verbs and things that you already should know, but you will definitely need to review and brush up on before the end of the school year. And also we're going to start on some new vocabulary in the next chapter. The longer time you have to learn the vocabulary, the better off you are. So that's what we're going to be doing for the first 2 weeks. Now, if you go to SIS, you won't find grades in there. We've been told not to put in the grades yet until we kind of see what happens, what's going on. Since we have a 30-day stay-at-home order, I'm guessing we probably won't be going back to school for 30 days. And at that point, obviously, we're probably going to have to change some things and do more grading of them. Even though your very first assignment, I am going to grade. I'll put in my grade book and then we're going to wait and see what happens. So don't think that you can't do it. This is a high school credit class. Okay, but the real reason I made this video is to talk about the importance of what you're doing when we can't be in school. We have no idea if it's going to be 2 weeks. It's almost got to be 30 days if we're staying at home, or even longer. So you're in a high school credit class, but more important than the grade for that is what you learn. So my job each year is to get you across this path. You see a bridge in front of you, and you see it's got wooden planks there, and you can just walk across. I'm at this side, and where you're going is on the other side, and that's usually not too much of a problem. But this year, you're going to have some, it won't change. There we go. This year, we're probably going to have a bridge that looks a little bit more like this. Some years, there's some kids, in every year that it looks a little bit more like this. There's some gaps, but you can still get across it. And as you go next year, you'll just kind of fill in those little gaps and you'll still be okay. This was probably what's going to happen if we don't go back to school, but you still do all the online lessons. Most people's bridges are still going to look like this because it's just impossible to teach you the right way, the fullest way online in a language class. But it'll be good enough, probably. However, if you don't do the lessons, if you're not paying attention, some of your bridges are going to kind of look like this. And that's going to be hard to fill in next year. You're going to have to work really hard to get where you're supposed to go next year. And if you really aren't doing it, if you're already weak especially, and you aren't doing what I sent home, your bridge is going to look like this. Most likely you're going to fall off, you're going to fall into that lake, you're going to have to swim to shore, but by the time you get to shore, everybody else has moved on. What I'm saying is, there's a decent chance you may not be successful next year if you don't do it. So the most important thing is that you are learning the content, the stuff that I send home. Not necessarily the grades. We'll work the grades out. If you are trying and doing your stuff, I'm not going to let your grade fall to where you're not successful if you're actually doing the stuff I send home. So don't worry about that. In fact, it could be a chance for some of you to pull your grades up. Some of you are kind of at a B+ for the quarter. And if you don't do anything better, you're going to get a B for the semester when, with just a little bit of effort, maybe you could have an A. So keep that in mind, that hopefully this bridge illustrates why it's important for you to be doing what I'm asking you to do, just outside of the fact that it is a high school credit class. Okay, so another very important thing is, if you can't do something I've put up, if you can't access something, you don't know how to do it, it's not working with your technology, contact me. Make sure you let me know that so I know why, so we can either find a different way to do it or so that you can I could possibly excuse it, depends on what it is. I'm not going to excuse very many things, so don't get excited about that. So ways to contact me, obviously my email right here. Also my phone number. If you call my phone number at school, I get an email saying, hey, somebody left a message and I can listen to it. So you can always do that. We might have some possible a Google Meet or a Zoom meeting. I don't know if you're all signed up on Zoom or not. Anyway, that I don't know about. My office hours, which are on a document you probably have gotten by the time you see this, are going to be from 1 to 2 p.m. each weekday. So if you need something, send me an email. I should be right on my computer and write immediately back. So make sure you contact me. That is the biggest thing. If anything is not working, let me know, please. So stay home and stay safe and be good and do all your work. Really, your lessons are not going to be as much as if you were at school. So, do them so that you stay caught up. And hopefully, I will see you before the school year ends. Tschüss.